ashamed, didn't want to see its owner. And that's like Skid Row for a lizard, you know, hangs in the dryer with all the dust balls and all. It's fucking hitting the pipe, fucking eyes even more fucking looking around. Not the old fucking crack-addicted iguana. How many times have you seen this? Anyways, I didn't notice it. Oh, Jesus Christ. I think it climbed on top of my grill and made its way in. I didn't notice until I went to do the laundry, turned it on, and it suddenly sounded like a mariachi band was trapped in there. I love animals, but this is funny. I opened it up and the iguana shot out like a scaly torpedo. Luckily, wasn't in there. Dude, his fucking blood temperature probably shot through the fucking roof. Like, hey! I'm feeling a little bit chilly. Think I'll go in there? It's fucking amazing. Why didn't you take a picture of this? This is fucking fantastic. Come on, he didn't die. This is like watching a human fall off a bicycle. It's funny. Come on, he can still talk. I opened it up and the iguana shot out like a scaly torpedo. Luckily, wasn't in there long, so it didn't have a chance to heat up. Just a couple of tumbles. Dude, I had friends of mine, they used to put their cat in a pillowcase and they'd swing him around like that. You could do this in the 70s. There was no one there to document it. Yeah, they used to torture their cat. They would put it in the dryer. They would do experiments to see how they could get it to not like fucking land on its feet. They would like tie up its fucking tail to its back and like second floor, they would drop it out. It's fucking, I didn't see it happen, so it's funny to hear about it. I'm just doing this because I know you like animals. All right, sorry. He was only in there for a couple of tumbles. Rated PG, abuse of an iguana. I'm thinking, thank God I wasn't washing sneakers or that racket would have sounded normal and I wouldn't have checked. Good point. Our dryer is old but heats up a lot. Routinely shrinks clothes. It might have killed it. I know lizards like heat, but this might have been a little well done by the end of it. We got the neighbor to come by and get the scared thing out of here. To comfort the guy, my girlfriend said that we'll put a screen over the vent so he couldn't do it again. I know she's being nice, but do I really have to lizard-proof my house now? I say if you own a lizard the size of a dachshund, you got to be the first and last stop to making sure it doesn't wander into the 20th century. What do you say, Bill? I mean, I think it all depends on how much you give a fuck about that iguana. You know, I will say you need to talk to your girlfriend if it's speaking out of turn. Saying, we'll put a screen up. You know, she's speaking for your time there. You know, that's when you got to be like, what the shut the fuck up and walk to the car. I'm watching March Madness. I'm not putting up a fucking iguana screen. All right, the last time. All right, last one here. Thank you, bye, everybody, for coming out. I really appreciate it. And for listening to the podcast and all that. All right? No. This is a good time. The time I almost flew an airplane. Oh, shit. All right. Dear Billy Burley, in case you couldn't figure it out from the subject line, this is the completely and totally true tale of when I accidentally flew a plane. Back in 2010, I did a college semester, I get the hiccups, with National Outdoor Leadership School in Western Australia. All right, now it tracks. At first, I was like, how the fuck could anybody get into that position? And then you're like, I was in Australia. All right, I get it. Totally understand it. If you don't, go to Australia during Australia Day. I recommend Perth. And then you will totally understand how somebody could end up in this situation. It was a 3-month backcountry expedition, all tracks, consisting of a 110-mile canoe trip down the Drysdale River, then a 90-mile or so hike to a cattle station where we would then be picked up by an all-terrain bus. Oh my, dude, the most poisonous reptiles in the fucking world live in their badlands, all in the middle. This is the level of balls This is like such a white person thing to do. Just like, you know, your whole house smells like a candle store. It's just too fucking tranquil. You just have to go out and find fucking danger. I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go walk amongst taipans. You know, I thought you guys wanted to be a little more worldly. All right, it was a 3-month backcountry expedition consisting of a 110-mile canoe trip. I already did all that part. On the bus, somehow I managed to, while on this bus trip, I somehow managed to ball tap myself with my dick. But that's a different story. Yeah, it is. It is. And it's for a different podcast. I already did the MeUndies read. I don't need this. And driven to the coast where we lived with Aborigines of the Bardi tribe for 3 weeks. Dude, are you like running from the law? What is this? But first we had to get to the fucking river. So after a day's prep and packing, we head to the Brome airport and loaded up a flock of 6-seater airplanes. Somehow I ended up being in the co-pilot seat with when one of these planes were about to take off. Being an adventurous college kid, I was psyched to be the co-pilot in the co-pilot seat. However, I quickly noticed how old this particular bird was. She had a pair of push-button cigarette lighters in the dash, an ashtray, and fucking duct tape. It wasn't speed tape wrapped around the strut connection to the wing. Yeah, I'm gonna say the FAA is probably not out in this part of the world checking up on these fucking planes. That's like in fucking Australia. They just fly those helicopters like cowboys, crashing them all the fucking times. They're out of their minds. You're supposed to bring them in every 50 hours. Right, fuck that, mate. They herd cattle with them. Just fucking yanking the guts out of them. That's a tip for you. Don't ever buy a used helicopter from New Zealand. You have a better chance with a Jaguar. The first 30 minutes or so were pretty standard. Flying besides realizing I'm in an almost antique airplane. Once we pass the last bit of civilization I'll see for months, the pilot takes out this clipboard and started checking off the flight checklist, which personally I feel should have been done before we were in the air, but just my thought though. Maybe it's some sort of in-flight check once you get, I don't know, that's scary. Oh my God. Well, he's alive. He's writing this. There's no reason to be nervous, okay? While he's doing this, not paying attention to the controls or the gauges or anything else besides the checklist, while the plane decides to nosedive towards planet Earth while the pilot was otherwise distracted. Bill, my bald-headed brethren, this little-ass plane felt like it went up in just a bit and then it took a nosedive and it pointed at the fucking ground. I've seen a few movies and reacted without thought. I grabbed the controls and pulled the fuck up. Did it work? I have no idea. I know you do something else with your feet. I don't fly planes. The pilot reacted in a similar flat fashion, throwing the clipboard aside and grabbing the controls. Well, the plane leveled out in a few terrifying seconds and we started climbing back to our cruising elevation. Just as I was about to apologize for touching the controls or fucking anything up, the pilot looks at me and goes, "Oi, thanks, mate." And that's the true story of when I accidentally flew a plane. Thanks and go fuck yourself, you cunt. Jesus Christ. Before I wrap it up, there's a video that scared the fucking shit out of me. Now, like I said, I don't fly planes, I fly helicopters. So however the physics works, if something's turning this way, it wants to turn you the other way. So what happens is if the main rotor turns clockwise, it wants to turn you counterclockwise. And that's what the tail rotor's for. It changes your attack. It bites in so it keeps your nose forward. So I guess with the prop plane, it's the same thing. If this thing's turning, it wants to turn the fucking plane, but whatever you're doing with your feet stops from doing it. So this student pilot was coming in for a fucking landing, and for 1 second, they didn't do it. They were like coming into the runway, and you're like on the camera behind them, and the fucking plane just did like a 360 spin before he stopped. He was like flying, going like this. And all of a sudden the plane goes, whoa, like that. And he just goes, whoa. And plane pilots always tell me, like what fixed wing always tell me that shit is safer. And I understand what they're saying, but whenever I see that, I go like, I don't know, man. It seems like, you got a little sciatic nerve and your fucking foot falls asleep. I mean, if that happened at night, you don't have an instrument rating, there's no moon, you don't even know whatever. It's fucking scary shit. All right, let's not get into the nerd shit about this. All right, before I get out of here, people, this was fucking amazing. I want to thank all you guys for coming out here. I really had a great time. And if you enjoyed this, Andrew, we're going to start doing these a little more often. I got a lot out of this. I hope you guys had a great time. Thanks to everybody here at South by Southwest. Thank you to Ship Ahoy, Green Guy, whatever the fuck these dudes are. I got a Ship Station for financing most of this stuff. I really appreciate it. And thank you to Austin for always being an awesome comedy town. And thank you for all you guys listening to my dumb jokes. Thank you so much. I'll see you next time. Good night.